Happy Monday, everybody. Hey, listen, it is still Monday morning. I apologize. Typically, I've already done this by now, but I've had a busy morning. And it's actually the reason why what we're going to be talking about this morning is, I had a doctor's appointment. And for those of you that don't know, my brother had a pretty serious bout with melanoma a couple years back. And so we go regularly to get checked on. And the doctor found something that we're going to be exploring. And I don't say that because I want any of you to feel sorry for me. I just want you to know where my mind was when going into the office and you wonder what's going to happen and everything. And we did a biopsy and it really got me to thinking. And I know you're going, well, Shannon, you're rambling. Why is this motivating you? Because it really challenged me. It really got me to wonder, what am I doing with my life? What if today was my last day? What if I'm heading into a period like so many people face, where I'm dealing with cancer, or I'm dealing with a long-term illness, or I'm dealing with something like that? What would be my legacy? What would be the thing that everybody remembered or saw or had as their final thoughts on me? How would my business survive? How would my family survive? How would cash flow work? All these things are running through my head, because that's the kind of stuff that always goes through my head. But it was kind of from a different place, where I was looking at it from a different angle that said, why are you worried about that? And what is it that you're not doing that people would need to look at, that would need to be something else, that would need to be something different? Why would you go there? And it began to motivate me, because it really made me want to make sure that a legacy that I provided would be one of benevolence, one of caring, one of being able to help people out and get people across the finish line on their thoughts and their goals and their processes. It's not often that we think about what will come to all of us. It's not often that we sit there and dwell on the future and how there's going to be a time in the not too distant future, when you look at the total length of humanity here, when you're not going to be involved in history anymore, or you're not going to be involved in the future anymore. You are going to be history, and you are only going to be those things. And what is your legacy going to look like, and what is it going to be? And out of that, guys, I really got motivated. I know, over caffeinated on a Monday morning in a doctor's office, and I'm motivated like crazy, right? But it really made me think. And it really made me look at, what am I going to do, and how I've already started a list of things that I'm going to employ in my life, that I'm going to employ more of, that I'm going to change, that I'm going to look at differently, in order that I can make sure that the legacy that I leave is one that I'm proud of. The legacy that I leave is one that my kids are proud of, that my wife is proud of, that the people that I surround myself with are thinking about the fact that they were glad to have known me, instead of going, well, that's the end of that, or thank God he's dead, right? And I know that there are so many opportunities that we encounter on a daily basis, that we have the opportunity to be a positive change. We have the opportunity to give to our community, to make sure that things aren't left as bad as they were when they showed up. And it could be as simple as, when you go for a walk in your neighborhood, you take a bag, and when you get done with the walk, you picked up all the trash you've come across, so that I accomplished two things at the same time. I took care of the neighborhood, I did my walk, I got my exercise, and I picked up garbage along the way. And it's not because you are better than anybody else and I'm serving everybody. It's that you're making your own life better. And being motivated to do those things, to take on those kinds of things that otherwise would have been a problem. Financial education is another one. How many people get excited and motivated about financial education and what they see that they could do to take care of what's coming for their family? Because there's coming a day for everyone's family where you're not involved in it anymore, where you're no longer around to provide for your spouse, your kids, their future, your grandkids. I'm getting of that age that I will soon have more of those and lots of those, and then they will be my future. And what do my kids have? What is the legacy that I've left them on a financial education point of view? You know, you hear about people like the Carnegies, Carnegie Hall. You think about the legacy that they've left. You hear about the Kennedys and the legacy that they've left. You hear about the Rockefellers and the financial legacy that they've left, both good and bad. But what is yours going to look like? How are you teaching your children and your grandchildren how to leave a financial legacy, how to leave a cash flow situation behind that takes care of your family? You know, it's not all about money. That's true. Money does not make the world go round, but it sure greases the skids and makes things a lot easier when you're trying to do things that cost money. Money does not buy happiness, but it pays for the photos and the fuel that gets you to places where memories are created. And it doesn't mean that you have to have it, but how are you setting your life up to be able to carry on that legacy for your family, to be able to take care of that and be able to have something without you? And that motivates me. That motivates me to be more positive in my business and be more active in my business, because I can create those results that will give my family long-term security. See, it's not that I said I need to do more work, that I have to be at the office longer. I said I need to be more active in that proposition to get to the cash flow that's going to set things up that'll take care of my family long term, right? And there's so many ways to set your family up for that. There's so much education that you can do, whether it's buying single family rentals, whether it's being involved in apartment syndications, whether it's, you know, doing fix and flips. There's so many ways to do that. Buying gold and silver. There's so many ways to do that. Life insurance policies, whole life, all these things, but yet without education, you can't do that. So being motivated to educate, to then be able to change the trajectory of those around you, right? Be able to leave your family better off than where you were when you came into your lot in life. You know, I've said it often that my upbringing was very, very similar to the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. In fact, so much so that when I first read it, I couldn't understand why it was such a life-changing book. But then again, that motivated me to give my children better than what I was taught and how I was raised. And those are the kind of things that I took away from a simple doctor's office visit this morning that motivated me to look at it and go, guys, I can do better. I can be better. I can leave a more financially secure future for my children and my children's children by just paying attention to some small things, to continuing my education, to continuing the growth that I have on a financial basis, to continuing my growth and my understanding of investments, both real estate and otherwise. And guys, here's the tip. Here's the thing. You never stop learning, right? But I'm motivated to learn more because of how I know that one day my family will be without me. And I don't want them to be fearful of that day. I don't want them to lament that day and go, oh, the breadwinner's gone. There's nothing left. We're all in deep caca now. And caca is a very technical term. You'll find it in most financial literacy books. It talks about deep and not so deep. But anyway, I digress. How do you get there? How do you really make sure that your family is there? You educate yourself. And I'm motivated to continue that education so that I can continue to provide, and I can set that up so that I know that I'll be in a position to deliver after I'm gone. Right? So no, I'm not excited and motivated on this Monday morning about dying, but I'm excited and motivated on this Monday morning to continue my living so that after I'm gone, I leave a legacy that brings financial freedom, that brings financial education and understanding to my family, that allows them to have the opportunities and some of the things that I didn't have, allows them to do some of the things that I wished I could have. You know, it's not so much a bucket list item for me, but it sure would be an awesome bucket list item for me to be able to leave a bucket list fund for my family. Something that they could take and they could do their bucket list with off of something I had created in my lifetime. So guys, I want to challenge you on this Monday morning, and when you're getting motivated thinking about your passing, I know. And those of you that know me love that I'm this twisted, but it is something that you can do. And it is something you can be motivated about. It's something you can be hungry for. It's something that you can change and make it a goal of yours to be able to grow that and able to change that and able to affect that change for generations to come. So guys, I challenge you on this Monday, get motivated about what generational wealth can mean, and should mean to your family, what generational wealth would be if you were to do a couple of different things, and make sure that you continue to educate yourself to bring generational wealth to your family. Guys, have an awesome week. It's Monday. It's 5 more days of rocking it hard. We'll talk to you soon. Have an awesome week.